All right, guys, I'm gonna drop a bomb on you that's gonna make probably no sense to most people, may piss some people off, and honestly, may even cost me some subscribers, but it's a topic I want to bring up. I am not one to follow controversy. I'm not one to pick a side in the stupid social media debates that have been happening lately, but there is one guaranteed thing, we'll call it just a thing for now, that's going to help you catch bigger fish and more fish. Just one. It's not forward-facing sonar. It's not your rods. It's not your line. It's not anything that you can actually purchase. It is instincts. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to become a better angler, you need to start training your instincts. And I can't really teach you how to do that because everybody has their own way of doing things. But ultimately, I'm going to try to give you some tips and some ideas for the next few times that you go out. And I want you to try this. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be a grind. It's not going to be fun. You may not catch any fish. But take a chunk of the time that you go out on the water. Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 2, maybe it's the whole day. Turn off the damn electronics. Fish an area that you don't know the mapping for. You don't know the depth. You don't know anything about it. Throw confidence baits. Do this on a body of water that you know there's fish and that there's good quality fish. Definitely do that for the confidence. But just fish by instincts. Turn off the headphones. Don't listen to a podcast. Just put yourself in nature. Invest yourself in the environment. And just fish. I'm telling you, there is something about learning your instincts, about learning how nature is interacting with you and trying to figure out how to catch fish without all these modern aids that will then make you better when you use those skills. It is something that really sounds contradictory, but I'm telling you, my teammate Bearfishing said to me one day, I don't understand why you go out where you go out in the middle of the lake and roll a swim jig and you pull big fish. And I thought about it and I couldn't answer him. I'm like, I don't know. I just felt like there was fish here. I always make the joke in my videos. I'm actually have said it in some of my tournament videos recently. Oh, I smell a fish here. Obviously I can't smell the fish, but there's something about my instincts that tell me, okay, that little corner of those lily pads, I need to throw a wacky rig. Or I need to throw a swim jig here, or I need to tie on a lipless. That doesn't come from YouTube. It doesn't come from anything other than hours and hours and hours on the water. The number one thing you can do to become a better angler is go fishing. And I know that sounds simple, but it really is that. But do it in a way that you're training yourself. And one thing I like to do personally is I go out to a body of water that I'm comfortable with, that I know what the fish like for baits, and I fish an entirely different section. An area I would never normally go to, an area that I always felt like there was no fish. And I challenge myself to try to catch a fish. I try to think about what baits would work there based on what I'm seeing. And I'm not talking about using my fish finder or anything. I just look around, look at the environment, and I throw a bait that I think is going to work, and I keep trying that. If I fail, I fail. But what I'm trying to say here, guys, is try the next few times you go out, dedicate a little bit of time to just learning how to hone your instincts. Learn how to just pick an area and go fish it without any prior knowledge, and just try to work your way through the pattern in your head, break it down, try to find a pattern, and see if you can get on fish. The more you do that, the more you hone those instinctual skills, the more fish you will catch once you have all that information. Because you'll know when you need to leave and move to a different type of structure. You'll have this weird sensory that happens in your head. You'll have this weird thing that clicks in your head, and you'll go, you know what, we need to go fish grass, or I need to go find wood. And I can't explain it other than the fact that I spend a lot of time on the water, and a lot of times I do it without all my gear on, and I just go out to have fun. And I've learned so much from just being in tune with the environment more so than I've ever learned from map study and watching YouTube and using my electronics. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, guys, is, you know, get out on the water, spend your time, put in your reps. This is just like any other sport. You want to be good at football, you got to practice the fundamentals. It's the same thing with fishing. You want to get good at fishing, practice your fundamentals. Get out there, get rid of all the extra bells and whistles, learn to get in touch with your primitive side, get in touch with your natural instincts, learn the lake, learn yourself, and hopefully once you get enough of those reps in, you'll be just like me and you'll learn to fish by instinct more than relying on your gear. And then when you add in the extra level of all that gear, it just increases it and makes it an even better quality of fishing. So that's just something I want to throw out there. Like I said, if you guys want to roast me in the comments, you want to tell me I'm an idiot, feel free to do so. I'm always open to feedback from anyone who watches my videos. But I'm telling you, if you learn to fish with instinct, you will become better than everybody else on the water, because no one else can learn your instincts. No one else can be you, and you need to learn who you are, how you want to do it, and learn how to fish your way. And that will make you a better fisherman way more than any electronic, than any rod, reel, or bait. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and as always, let's get out there, catch more fish.